The Legend of Rajamati. The story of Rajamati is a timeless Newari folktale deeply woven into the cultural and artistic fabric of the Newar community of Nepal. The tale, which centers on a young and beautiful Newari girl named Rajamati, has been immortalized in song, dance, and legend. It reflects themes of love, longing, and cultural values that have resonated through generations in the Kathmandu Valley. Rajamati was a beautiful girl from a well-known Newar family in Kathmandu. According to the tale, she was renowned for her beauty and grace, capturing the attention of many suitors from different parts of the valley. Despite her popularity, Rajamati's life was filled with challenges when it came to love and marriage. One of the most famous versions of the story describes a young man from a nearby village who fell deeply in love with Rajamati. As he was shy, he admired her from a distance and struggled to express his feelings to her. When he finally mustered the courage to approach Rajamati's family with a marriage proposal, he was rejected due to his social status or other circumstances. Heartbroken, the young man fell into despair. In some versions of the tale, it is said that he became a monk or renounced the world altogether. Rajamati too suffered because of societal and familiar pressures, unable to marry her true love. Her story became a tragic symbol of unfulfilled love in Newari culture. The story of Rajamati is best remembered through the Rajamati song, one of the oldest and the most popular folk songs in the Newar community. The song, known as Rajamati Kumati, is sung in the Newari language and recounts the tale of Rajamati's beauty and the heartbreak of the young man who adored her. The song itself has become a classic, often played during Newari cultural events and celebrations. It has been passed down for generations and is still performed by traditional musicians, particularly during Newari festivals like Indra Jatra and Yomari Puni. The melancholy melody and evocative lyrics capture the sadness and nostalgia of unrequited love, making it a beloved piece of Newari cultural heritage. While the exact origins of the Rajamati story are difficult to trace, it likely emerged in the 17th or 18th century. Some accounts suggest that Rajamati was a real person, but her identity has largely become symbolic in the folklore of Kathmandu. The story reflects the rigid social structures of traditional Newari society, where marriage was heavily influenced by family, caste, and social status, often leaving little room for personal choice and love. Enduring popularity of the tale may also reflect the Newar people's deep appreciation for the arts. Poetry, music, and storytelling have always been important cultural expressions in Newar society. The song's survival over the centuries is a testament to its significance as both a form of artistic expression and a reflection of societal values. In contemporary Newari culture, Rajamati has taken a near mythical status. Her story continues to be celebrated through music, dance, and even films. A 1995 Nepali movie titled Rajamati, directed by Shrestha, retells the tragic love story, further cementing her place in Nepali popular culture. Rajamati is not just a character in a folktale. She embodies the rich tradition of Newari storytelling and song. Her story has endured for centuries, highlighting the interplay of love, social norms, and emotional suffering in traditional Newari society. The song Rajamati Kumati continues to be a cherished piece of Newari culture, representing not only the sorrow of a lost love but also the depth of an artistic expression that defines the Newar community. The Rajamati House in Itumbahal, located in the heart of Kathmandu, is famously linked to the legendary Newar folk tale of Rajamati. Itumbahal, one of the oldest and culturally significant neighborhoods in Kathmandu, serves as the backdrop for the story of Rajamati, a beautiful Newar girl whose tale of unrequited love has passed down to the generations in the form of the Rajamati song. Itumbahal is one of the largest Bahal courtyards in the Kathmandu Valley, known for its rich cultural and religious heritage. Historically, this area has been a key center for the Newar community, and many important events and stories from Newar history are associated with it. The Kobaha, also known as Keshchandra Mahavihar, a prominent Buddhist monastery, lies within the area, adding to its cultural significance. The Rajamati House in Itumbahal is traditionally believed to be the home of Rajamati, the central figure in one of the most well-known love stories of the Kathmandu Valley. Although the physical house has gone through many changes over the centuries, its cultural and emotional significance remains intact within the Newar community. In the folk tale, Rajamati is described as a beautiful Newari girl whose family lived in Itumbahal. Her beauty became renowned throughout the valley, and she was pursued by many suitors, one of whom was a young man from a lower status family who fell deeply in love with her. The Rajamati house becomes central to the story, as it was where Rajamati lived with her family and where many of the events of the story unfolded. The house was the site where suitors, including the heartbroken admirer, visited in the hope of winning her hand in marriage. The legend tells, due to the family's wishes or societal constraints, Rajamati could not marry the man she loved. This rejection left a lasting emotional impact on both Rajamati and her admirer, turning her story into a tragic tale that has resonated through Newar culture for centuries. While Rajamati House itself may not have distinct architectural features that set it apart from other traditional Newar homes in Itumbahal, it has great sentimental and cultural value. Traditional Newar homes are typically built with brick and wood, featuring elaborately carved windows and doors, as well as internal courtyards. The house would have been a reflection of a typical Newar craftsmanship, much like the other heritage buildings in Itumbahal. Given the significance of Rajamati in Newar culture, the house became a symbolic location representing the societal restrictions on love and marriage in traditional Newar society. Today, Rajamati House remains an important landmark for those interested in Newar folklore and history. Although it has undergone renovations and may not look exactly as it did in the past, the site continues to attract those who want to connect with the story of Rajamati and explore Newar culture. The nearby Itumbahal Stupa and other religious sites in the area further emphasize the rich cultural heritage of this part of Kathmandu. Local guides and residents often point to the house as part of the broader story of Itumbahal's history, which is intertwined with the artistic and cultural traditions of the Newar people. The story of Rajamati is still performed and sung in cultural events, and her house stands as a reminder of the enduring legacy of Newar folklore. The Rajamati House in Itumbahal holds an important place in the history and culture of Newar community. It represents not only the legend of Rajamati, the tragic figure of unfulfilled love, but also serves as a link to the broader cultural heritage of Kathmandu's historic core. The house, though modest in appearance, is a symbolic monument in one of Nepal's most famous folk tales, cherished by the Newar people for generations. Thank you.